Okay. For the discussion this week, we're thinking about what to do. It was Mickey Mouse's birthday this week.
Happy birthday, Mick.
Turned 92. And I was thinking, well, oh, yeah, he got an attraction this year. He got Runaway Railway. But we all know how we feel about Runaway Railway. So I wanted to ask, like, if you could create a Mickey Mouse attraction, what would it be? What do you think was a better idea than Runaway Railway? I want to find out everybody's ideas. And if those of you in the chat have ideas, I'll read them off, too. But Allison, would you like to start us off? Do you have...
Sure. So there was some concept art by Ward Kimball that I took a look at not too long ago. I think it was, he was doing something for Marty Sklar in, I don't remember what year it was, sometime in the 70s. But he was drawing up a Mickey Mouse attraction where you would take a look at the process of animation, and that would be through looking at Mickey Mouse cartoons. So I think that when I saw that, I said, wow, why didn't they make it like this? I think that's really great. So my thought would be that you would start off seeing the animators kind of putting pen to paper and creating Mickey Mouse, and then you kind of go through the animation process, and then maybe about halfway through the attraction, you start to see the Mickey Mouse characters starting to come to life through all of the different movies and appearances that he's made over the years. So you would take a look at, you'd be in Plane Crazy or Steamboat Willie, and then you kind of go through everything up until the more recent Mickey Mouse films and TV episodes. So if I had to reimagine an attraction that was built around Mickey Mouse, that is, I think, that I feel like that should have been the way or the direction that they should have gone.
Makes sense. Mr. Morton, what do you got?
Nobody's going to like this.
Oh, no.
Because we're going to make it a little bit of a thrill ride, which people are going to say, oh, well, little kids are the ones that love Mickey. And that. Okay.
Everyone loves Mickey.
Everyone loves Mickey. But we might have to exclude the kids because it's going to be a little bit of a thrill ride. Not super intense, but I want to use the same ride system as like the Cosmic Rewind. Right? So with that, you can, but a couple ground rules. Number one, you can use projection mapping, but not to simulate characters. Use it for the environment around us, for animation, you know, waterfalls and
You don't want, like, two bubble-headed characters on a hot dog cart.
No.
In the sky, yeah.
No. So, anyway, you start out, and I like Allison's idea, similar to Allison's idea. You start out and you kind of go through the years with Mickey. So maybe a Plane Crazy towards the beginning. You know, you could do a barrel roll. You know, I don't know. You don't have to, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Wait, what kind of ride is this again?
It's like the Cosmic Rewind vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, but they can use illusion to make the vehicle look like different things. So Mickey's known for these different, you know, you have Plane Crazy, and then you have Steamboat Willie, and then you have like a railroad, you know, at some point. It'd be kind of cool. You could change what your vehicle looks like. I know you can see your own vehicle, I guess, on Tron, allegedly, if it ever opens. So you go through the years with Mickey. You start with the Plane Crazy and the Steamboat Willie stuff. Maybe a little Fantasia scene where you're, I don't know, your vehicle's going in between broomsticks or mops or whatever.
That's fun.
You know, and you maybe even throw some epic Mickey in there where Mickey's like a hero. You know, you could get all the way and then do a railroad at the end. So your vehicle can change from a plane to a, you know, it's plane, trains, and locomotives. So I don't know. I think
say automobiles, and that's a whole different movie.
No,
they don't own that movie.
No, the problem is with automobiles, animals get abused, and we've seen that Mickey and Minnie can't handle this responsibly. So we're going to do planes, trains, and locomotives, and it's going to be a big e-ticket attraction.
Okay.
Nice.
Wolf?
So I essentially went the same route as everyone
me?
did. Yeah.
Oh no.
Everyone's got Mickey through the years.
Yeah.
See, everyone's got it. Yep.
Is Nick changing his answer?
My biggest thing is I don't hate Mickey's Runaway Railroad. I like.
Well, thank you, Wolf. That's all the time we have for you.
It was nice working with you.
Like Eric said, I like the screens where it's not the characters. I like it when it's the atmosphere, when it's the setting. I like all that, and I think that would be cool. And I think like it'll be cool, like they said, like just to go through the ages, to start off with Steamboat Willie, and you could even like your vehicle can go through, let's say, like animators sketches, like pages, and then you can go through. You're in Steamboat Willie. Then it goes through Plane Crazy. I got some shorts here.
He's got some concept art.
Yeah,
here
I
he
got
wants to share with us.
some shorts here that I would love to go through. So Steamboat Willie, Plane Crazy, all that black and white, just everything. And then it turns into the band concert, and then slowly it just turns into color. It'll turn into color just all over you, and just all over.
All over you.
Yeah, you know.
Take it easy, Eric.
You start changing colors too. Why not?
Wow.
Glow with the show.
And then and then I want to go through On Ice because that's a cool short. Hawaiian Holiday, Lonesome Ghosts, Brave Little Tailor, Mickey and the Beanstalk I think would be a cool one to go through as well. Fantasia, like Eric said, just have like, you know, you go into a room and then out of nowhere, you know, you see the brooms. I would love to see hidden characters in there, like have Oswald be in there as well, have Clarabelle, have just have a bunch of people, like bunch of characters in there. But yeah, the main premise would be to just go through the ages. To go through the ages, and I want animatronics. I don't want screen animatronics.
Damn
I want
right.
actual, you know, actual animatronics for all these Mickeys. And then I think at the end, it'll be really cool if you see them all. You know, like there's this big scene, kind of like Figment, like when the air comes down and the screens come down and there's a bunch of Figments. I think that would be cool.
Oh,
Just with
that's
a
really
bunch
cool.
of Mickeys.
That's kind of fun.
And I, what did I name this?
You've named it? Oh.
Mickey's Real Shorts with R-E-E-L.
Yeah.
Fun.
Can we have a Potato Land section?
Yeah.
Just Potato Land for like 10 minutes.
But yeah, that's what I came up with. And it'll be like a slow moving ride. You can speed up sometimes, but not really. You don't need to. Just, you know, just going through there.
Is that optional? Is that something that the guests can choose?
Like, I think like Plane Crazy would be fun to like go faster through, you know, like simulating like if you're flying or something like that.
That's
but,
cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, tell us about the similar thing you came up with.
Oh, it's Mickey through the years. No, but I think a little bit with the twist. So, I think you're gonna go in to like a standing theater. I like that idea of you're going to watch some kind of either film or short or something like that. In this concept here, you're going to watch a documentary about the history of Mickey Mouse. So you're going in there in the theater. And then I envisioned, because I like when you combine a lot of different mediums, so I'm thinking an actual, you know, character, Mickey Mouse, comes out. And he greets you and then offers to, you know, he says, oh, this is great, but what if we were able to go through and you were able to witness all this like in person with your own eyes? Great, awesome. So the effects happen in the screen in front of you.
Let's just say Mickey really had a blast. I'm sorry.
So the screen disappears, everything you could go through, right? So you go through and it's like I'm picturing like these like animated pages and stuff, and it's flipping through the years and stuff, and so that's the transition. And while you're walking through that, before you board you're going to board a vehicle, but you're walking through this section, and there's an animatronic Walt Disney at his animator's table drawing Mickey Mouse. So you see that as you get to walk past that. And then here's where it gets a little zany. So Goofy's there, and Goofy just built this time machine. He's like, Mickey, why are you making them walk? They can hop aboard the time machine. Yes. And Mickey's like, I don't know.
Panasonic projector, Goofy.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Mickey or Goofy. You know, and Goofy's like, yeah, no, it's safe. Come on, everybody, let's board. So we all board the time machine, and then we go back in time, and like kind of similar to what everybody said, like Wolf and stuff. We're going to go back. So like the first is going to be, you know, I'm picturing all the main history points in Mickey's career. So of course we're going to go to Steamboat Willie, but I'm picturing big sets, right? You have the steamboat. It's all in black and white, and you have animatronic Mickey there doing his thing, zaniness. And then you could transition to some of the different scenes. So I'm picturing maybe a band concert as well, where you have this flash of color that comes in, transitions you to that short. And then I think you have to end up in Fantasia. I like the idea of maybe the vehicle makes it feel like you're like floating in the water with the brooms and it's filling up and everything. And then here's the part where it gets a little different. So Jensen comes out and he's like, "What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here." And you boom, and he sends you away. Goofy gets all freaked out. And then you go boom, and you go like into another room, and you come flying off the animator's table, and all of a sudden you're in the Disney animation building. And you're going down the hallways, and Goofy's trying to get you out. And like you go by Walt's office, and like you can see like he's in there. You can see his shadow. You can like hear him in there, and you're like going around. And Goofy busts you through a wall, and you're outside the animation studio, and you're dodging the cartoon characters, and you're dodging people. It's like Roger Rabbit, right? Like it's like a mixture of cartoons and people. And you're like ah, and Mickey's like, "Get us home, get us home." Goofy's like, "All right," and you boom. And then this is where we please everybody in Disney and everything. Then we go into one more little cartoon, and it's modern day Mickey. So you have.
How do we get back into a cartoon?
Goofy like gets you back. He hits a button, and he's like, "Boom! We get you back." All right, all right. And so now we're back into cartoons.
Do you get chased by an animator who sticks his pencil through the roof and starts carving his way
Yes!
into
Oh,
your...
that'd be
Is this
so
Rise
good.
of the Rodent?
I love
Goofy,
it.
get us out of here.
I love
Yes, Goofy, you too.
All right, so now we're back in the modern day, and then Mickey's like, "All right,
Raise the shields.
time to get you home." Time to get you home. So then we boom and we bust through the wall of the theater, and we're back in the theater that we started in, and we unload, and there you go. We go home.
What is the ride system? I like it.
I'd ride that.
Is it trackless ride? Is it?
I'm going to invent it. No, yeah,
no idea.
Yeah, of course it's trackless. Can't do this on the track.
I think Chapek was with you the whole time when you're like, okay, we're going to stand in the movie theater and watch Disney movies that already exist. Like, okay, I'm with you right there. We're going to stand there. We're going to watch old movies.
Yeah.
Oh, a ride? No. I think you're winning so far. I just need to know what the
I'd
ride
ride
system
that.
is.
I'm fascinated by how enthusiastic you are.
so-
I could not follow.
Nick's the best.
I couldn't follow it.
I have no idea what this
don't
ride
know
is,
what
but
it-
you're very excited
I
about
didn't know.
it.
I was
map
like, I don't
ride.
know what's going on exactly. But I'm like, tell me more. I don't know what's happening.
Thank
But
you.
he's just so excited about it, and
that.
now I
I
want
love
to go
that. How
off
can you
whatever
not love
this
Nick's
is.
picturing it in my head. All
Yeah.
kinds of good stuff going on.
He's just making it up as you go,
Yeah.
or
No,
is it
I have
written
notes.
down?
It's like
It's
the
all
map
written
game.
down.
I have real notes.
Let me see them.
Wow,
Mickey walks out,
this is
offers
very
to
well
take
thought
you
out.
through time to see history with own eyes. FX, screen disappears. Flipping sketchbook. Walt at desk. Stopped by Goofy, he created time machine.
No.
Guest board. Boat. AA's black and white. Burst of color. AA. Float in water.
Oh boy.
Jensen spots you. Pop out of drawing desk. Ride through animation studio halls. Walton office. Break through walls. Pop back into cartoon. Modern
does
Mickey
not
Mouse
sound
back to
exciting.
theater.
My way sounded exciting.
Yeah, so just reading the notes. Yeah.
There you go. Done.
Well, guess what concept I have?
Mickey
Something different.
around
Runaway
the world.
Railway with animatronics.
The great
Kind of.
movie ride.
So, you're all kind of right.
Okay.
When we originally heard, I mean, we were the first site to post that the ride was going to happen. But originally, what we were told was it was the Great Mickey Ride, which I heard that name and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that could be cool. Like, because obviously, 5 of us who were doing this segment, I didn't give any direction as to the theme or whatever had to be done. And everyone still had the same idea, which means someone at WDI has probably had this idea at some point. And that means that they decided still that they would rather do just a modern Mickey cartoon ride instead of this great idea, which clearly everyone agrees is the right idea for a Mickey Mouse ride, which proved my point of the segment. So I want to do, we can replace the Great Movie Ride. I'm on board with that. But it's got to be the Great Mickey Ride. And so what I want to do, I wanted the same setup. I want you go through the Chinese theater. You're going to a movie premiere. You're in the Chinese theater. If we want to do we should do actual props. Like the company has a lot of great stuff in the archives, right? That's not on display. Go through and find actual like animation props through time. Put original cells from Mickey Mouse cartoons. Put whatever, like even old Mickey costumes and stuff from the parks that aren't in use anymore. Put the original park costumes, whatever. Put actual Mickey Mouse memorabilia, original Mickey Mouse merchandise from the 1920s in a display. Think how cool that would be to see that stuff while you're waiting instead of just an empty queue with, you know, light up movie posters on the wall. But we could do those. We could have the Mickey shorts through the years. All the ones not represented in the ride can be on the screens on the wall. And then in the old Great Movie Ride pre-show room, just show the shorts that you're going to see in the ride. Just show, you know, all these shorts in full, and then when it's your time, you still send them through the doors, whatever. It's a magical experience. We don't need to explain why you're going into the cartoons. They put you in whatever the vehicles will be. We'll put you in the vehicles and you go off. And obviously the first scene is Steamboat Willie. I think everyone agrees with that. So we'll have a big boat that rocks back and forth, and I think we need to have Pete and Mickey and all the animals. You got to have Turkey in the Straw playing, and I don't know if the animatronic. I kind of want the animatronic to be Mickey playing the drums on the goat mouth.
Yeah.
That's what I want, but I don't know. Whatever. You just go around the boat a couple times. It's trackless. You could do like what I like about the Beauty and the Beast ride in Tokyo is this idea of like a musical trackless ride where you spend some time in each scene and you really like take in most of a musical number. Like you get a good taste of it, and you notice you go around a couple times, so you could see different things and really take them in. And so the scene's going to be very detailed. And so we're still in black and white. We're going to do Plain Crazy. What I like, Pooh's Honey Hunt is the first trackless ride they ever did. The funniest thing I think in that ride is the Heffalumps and Woozles have their own car. So at one point, a fake vehicle rolls into the mix into the vehicles with just Heffalump and Woozle tourists. And so for Plain Crazy, I just want the plane. I want them to fly in between the cars. You just have the plane zipping through the vehicles. The vehicles are flying all around.
What could go wrong?
Right? It worked. It's worked for 20 years in Japan. I'm sure you can still do it. And then I want to land in Fantasia. But what I want to do, I want a circular room. I want Sorcerer Mickey on the rock in the middle conducting. And I want to be in the whirlpool. I want the whirlpool going around. So I want water. We're gonna figure out how to put water on the floor and make this work. Aquatopia does it in Disney Sea, and same trackless ride system. You have like a couple inches of water. It's convincing that you're like floating on the water. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna keep going around. The brooms are up on maybe upper levels, you know, going around in circles, and Mickey's just conducting, and we have lights, and we can project all those, you know, the shooting stars and all that stuff. And then of course what we're gonna do is have the whirlpool eventually suck you in, and we're going to go through, I think we got to go through like a scary part. There's got to be a part where things are going wrong, right? So we're going to go through a couple of scary scenes. We're going to do Lonesome Ghosts, and then we're going to do Runaway Brain. Because I think Runaway Brain would be cool. People in this generation at least are aware of Runaway Brain, and I think, because there's a big gap in Mickey stuff, right? Because you hit Fantasia, and then the only thing in the middle there is Mickey Mouse Club. I don't know how you do a Mickey Mouse Club scene, really. In the middle of this, it doesn't make sense, but there's a big gap in there between Lonesome Ghosts and there's nothing there. So I want something from the 90s. Runaway Brain, I think, makes sense. And then come out of that, you want your IP, you can have your last scene with the new cartoons. It's fine. Everything certainly becomes colorful. The city scenes pop up, and you have Mickey and Donald and Minnie and all the gang from the new cartoons in animatronic form, not with bubble faces. But then at the unload, what I would like to do at the unload, I would like the unload to be like the opening of the Mickey Mouse Club. So I would like you to exit to the Mickey Mouse Club music, but I'd like animatronics of like Mickey as the band leader, and I want Dumbo playing the instruments, and I want the whole gang there to like play you out of the ride as you exit. This big musical finale, because that's the song, right? That's Mickey's song, the Mickey Mouse Club March. Everyone knows this song, even though most people haven't even seen the show at this point. That's what I would like to, then you leave.
All right.
That's what I got.
Love it.
What do people in the chat have? We have a couple minutes. I'll read stuff from the chat.
Tyler.
Oh, Tyler busted. I didn't even know Tyler was here. No one told me. Tyler, go for it.
Okay, so I thought of a bunch of ridiculous ideas.
Are they about Mickey through the years?
Sort of.
Okay.
The final one is, but the first one is, so you know Alien Encounter? What if
Oh no. Oh no.
No. I thought of Epic Mickey and Mickey versus like the Inkblot, and you can have this really wicked animatronic in the middle and Mickey fighting it. So like that same theater in the round kind of thing, but instead it's like, I don't know, like steampunk, like Yen Sid kind of. Anyways, that was a bad idea. So then my next idea was, you know, Body Wars. So
You're
like
naming a lot of very successful attractions here.
There was a short where they I was just like, what can I shoehorn Mickey into? Because that's what Disney likes to do, is shoehorn IPs into existing things.
Rocket
So I'm like,
Rods, but
Mickey far
the
and wide.
Racers.
My actual idea, though, was I like exactly 5% of the actual Runaway Railway attraction. I like it being set in Chinese theater, and then instead of when you go in the pre-show room, it's like Ellen. Sorry, it's like the beginning of Energy Adventure,
you're gonna be
where it's
mean
like
to you?
audience. Yeah, Mickey's just gonna be snarky and complain the whole time.
Bring me a sandwich.
It's like it's audience seating, and then it's like Get a Horse, where Pete like busts out of the screen, except this time you get sucked into the screen, and so it's like a chase trying to like attack Pete. Like Pete stole Minnie Mouse, like in that Get a Horse short, and then kind of like Ratatouille, but just better. You have all these like individual like motion simulator bits, but each one you have like actual physical effects somehow, whether it's like an air burst or like instead of a drop in rise, you do like a bounce effect where you get flung up instead, or I don't know, spray water and I don't know, drop
Why
slam
doesn't
on people.
Railway
I don't
have a
know.
water effect for the like when you dive into the?
Yeah.
There's just little things like that
Plexiglass.
with Railway where I'm like, what? Like you guys have done this a million times. You couldn't do that. Like, come on.
So lazy.
We'll eventually do a ride rehab on Runaway Railway because like
I want to be
there's
on
so much
that
that they
one.
lied about.
I want to redesign
We'll do it.
that ride.
Marathon show.
Yeah, well, maybe.
There's just so much wrong with it and so much they lied about, and
It could be fixed. It would take a
just-
lot of money, but it could be fixed.
yeah. And then at the end, you like Back to the Future, you bust back into the movie theater or like back through the screen. Yeah, like Snicks.
You bump Biff
So,
back to 2020.
We got to bump Pete at 88 miles per hour. And then yeah, except the cast members like perplexed. It's like Muppets where the theater's like falling apart, and then they like magically fix it, and that's like the transformation scene at the end. Because they did it, they were like, "Whoa, this big transformation thing," and then it happens once for like 8 seconds. And if you're in the fourth car, you're like, "What? Huh? Did something happen?" Like, just make sure that each individual ride car gets a good experience, like Mystic Manor, where you go into a room and then you're the only car in that room, but then you rejoin all the other cars slightly after that section. So
You mean the scene
I'm
where they go
thinking-
in a circle so that way everyone can see what's happening?
yeah,
Yeah, if only they had built a ride like that 7 years before Railway and understood the thought of circular rooms where things circle scenes. Yeah, but no one. No, oh, we had a tornado. Oh, yeah, why don't we all just like
only-
kind of turn towards it and then turn back? Yeah, that's
Let's go
great.
pass.
We did it. Good job, team.
oh no, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my idea. It's just
Okay.
to like
I
actually
think
take
you
some
brought
time.
up you brought up Get a Horse. I thought when I saw Get a Horse in theaters, I was like, this would have made a great 3D show in a theme park. Like if the animatronics
Yeah.
pop up on the stage, and that would have been fun. Yeah, I like that one.
I don't know where it fits into a ride, but I would love to see them make the animatronic characters all doing the hot dog dance.
Just passing by Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Just replace the Daisy's Dance Club bit.
Toodles.
That would be cool. So like for the one I had, what I would do is you pull into that last scene and it's all like black and white and it's Mickey Mouse Club. And then with projection mapping, I'd be okay with if you don't want to do animatronics. If you want a projection map and it just goes color, it goes from them dancing to the Mickey Mouse Club march to the hot dog dance to be like the transition over time.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. Yeah. Anyway. Anything good in the chat? Anyone come up with anything good in the chat? Does Pluto still get kicked in this one? I don't know. Mickey Mouse Speedway, the Hall of Mickey Mouse. something. Someone said Goofy sets his pants on fire. I don't know if that's a ride, but
Could be.
Someone said Kingdom Hearts. which is
Kingdom.
obvious.
It's not broad enough. The appeal isn't broad enough. Also, anything except the first game was
It'll be too
not
complicated.
good. Yeah, they made it too complicated. Runaway Railway sponsored by McDonald's. Yeah, and they run ketchup, mustard, and mayo pipes.
You thought you
Over
couldn't
the
follow
queue.
my idea. You'd never follow this Kingdom Hearts idea.
I
Get lost in the story
no, I
there.
played the first one and then I never understood anything
No.
again.
No.
Never understood anything again.